Hello, and welcome. Today we are going to start to piece together what we got from the last Idaho reading. This is all available in the Dropbox link that is in my Linktree link. Essentially, this is all of my other readings. We turned them into puzzle pieces. And then we grouped the puzzle pieces together, and now we're going to see how they connect. The puzzle pieces are connected through north, south, east, and west. That's what's representing which puzzle pieces are connected. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't want to spend too much time explaining it because I know a lot of you are here since the beginning, so I don't want to spend too much time, but if you aren't sure what I'm talking about, go to the Linktree, go to the Dropbox link, and you will see everything in there that I've done so far for Idaho, and that is what I'm referring to today. So I was thinking of how to do this because when I was doing this, I was surprised that the lists are pretty evenly divided for the most part. There was one that was a little longer. It was southeast. So southeast is the one that is a little bit longer than the rest, and southwest is a little bit shorter than the rest. But other than that, they're pretty equal, which is interesting. So what we're going to do, since these lists are essentially the readings in order, I'm going to read the first line, read the second line, pull cards, how do they connect, so on and so forth. And then we'll see what we get that way. Because this is a lot of info and trying to figure out how each piece connects. I think that's the only way to do it. So we're going to start with line 1. And by the way, we're starting in north. So this has been representing what is the top of everything. Everything else is underneath of what this is representing. So the first one, we have male who walked K and M to the food truck was helping them get out of a bad situation, and the police now know it was targeted at that point when I did this first reading. Page of Pentacles. Help them get out of a bad situation, and the police now know it was targeted. We have young female, money. They initially found some kind of money trail, and that's what put them on to thinking this was targeted. The next one is the victim was stalked by the killer. The moon reverse. See, hold on. Strength reversed. Yeah, in my previous readings, I said that it was like the stalker was not stalking them. The stalker was trying to intimidate them. And the moon reverse coming out for that, coming out for the victim was stalked by the killer. The moon reverse and strength reverse is essentially saying it wasn't meant to be a secret. The victim was stalked by the killer. It wasn't meant to be a secret. It was meant to be known. Why would you stalk someone and want them to know if you're trying to intimidate them? And then strength reverse is making them feel unsafe, making them feel like they can't be at ease. Especially coming out next to the Page of Pentacles. So now we have the Page of Pentacles holding out the pentacle and these other two cards on the other end of that. So the money trail is leading to some kind of intimidation factor. The next one we have is whoever Adam spoke to has two sides of their personality, one side dark and one side numb. Queen of Cups. Six of Wands reverse. Two of Cups. Is it possible that Adam spoke to a couple guys, but he spoke to one woman, one female, and the female is the one that got the information to the link? Like, in terms of if I was Adam, and if Adam's like, man, I wonder who passed that info, if he talked to, let's say, I think I said 4 people before, so let's say 3 guys and there was 1 female, it's the female that passed along that information. And it's because there was some kind of favor owed, or like needing to make up for something, doing something wrong, something was done incorrectly. Somebody needed to get back in somebody else's good graces, and that's the person that passed the information on, and that person is a female that Adam talked to. It could be a male with feminine energy, but for some reason I'm feeling female, especially with Two of Cups here. And Six of Wands reverse is like something didn't go right, and this female was trying to get back in good graces with whoever she was passing this information to. The next one is Xana says Maddie was trying to avert disaster through her conversation with Adam, and Maddie had a worried inkling about something. Ace of Swords and Temperance reversed. Yeah, it's the Ace of Swords to be seeing things clearly. So we're saying Xana said to us that Maddie was trying to avoid disaster through whatever she said to Adam. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which is speaking the truth. And then Temperance reverse, which is going about it in the way that she did was essentially reckless because she didn't realize the danger that she was facing. And on this Temperance card, there's an angel. So it would be pointing towards that having something to do with it bringing about the conversation itself, bringing about some kind of disruption because of the truth being spoken. Then we have someone messed with whatever Hannah took, misled her in some way, and the intent was to ruin credibility with her family. Knight of Wands reversed, a delay. Six of Pentacles reversed, a one-sided debt, a delay and a debt. Yeah. It's like something was messed with that she was given. I really feel strongly. Again, all of this is allegedly, in my opinion. But Six of Pentacles reversed is like somebody had the ability to let it go a little bit too far without getting her help. And or just waited very long to get help. So I do feel as though someone saw her shortly before she passed and did not do the right thing. And or either someone brought it on or helped bring it on, what happened to her, or somebody was there and witnessed and could have gotten help and didn't. It's one or the other. Allegedly, my opinion. I keep getting the same, and the Six of Pentacles is a one-sided debt. So you saw something that you weren't supposed to see. So either you got to go or your credibility does, because you can't talk about what you saw. And if you do, I need to make it so that you aren't listened to and credible. And then the Knight of Wands reverse is someone who is very arrogant, someone who doesn't really care who they have to step on to get their way. A little forceful, not the coolest temper, okay? Can kind of get hot-headed, so the next one is, I need to like make a mark, hold on. Okay. Some element of protection is present for Brian, but it's not in an obvious way. Queen of Wands. Three of Swords reversed. Somebody not telling everything that they know. Somebody holding back key pieces of the puzzle. Somebody who has important knowledge but does not want to share it. The next one is Brian went southeast after the murders, which we know. King of Cups. Seven of Cups reversed. Staying focused. Flowing, staying focused. No more illusion. He was going with a plan. There was a plan. He was following the plan. He was flowing with the plan. He was not averting from the plan. There was a plan in place prior to the murders that required him to do what he did after and go southeast. And he was simply following that plan. He was not going to avert from that plan. Four of Wands. Yeah, follow it through to the end. Follow the yellow brick road, so to speak. There's a plan. You do this, then this, then this. No matter what happens, that's what you do. If it takes longer, it takes longer, but this is what you do. There was a plan in place, and he was simply following that plan when he went southeast. Brian intends to bring someone else down for this crime. Three of Pentacles jumped out of the deck. That card was representing the three people that were seen in the driveway. Ten of Pentacles. And a clarifier for how they connect. The Devil reversed. There's some element of blaming someone that has absolutely nothing to do with the actual crime itself, but still trying to blame that person. Like, it's weird. Like, I guess it could be related to the operation as a whole, but it's like he's going to try and take someone else down for this crime, but not through saying they did it, through saying like they did something else and it caused it to happen. So it's not that he's going to say this person took the knife and stabbed them, but he's going to say this person is responsible. I wonder if that means he's going to admit guilt. Because the devil in reverse is taking your power back. 7 of Wands, standing your ground. I don't know if I'm seeing, like, if he gets backed all the way into a corner is when he would say, okay, I did it, but it's not really my fault. This person made me somehow. That, taking his power back in some way. Taking his power back in some way and getting someone else to take the fall for it, but not the person that he's going to say did it. Like, it's not that he's going to say this person stabbed them, but he's going to say this person is responsible. That's what I'm getting. Weird. All right. Brian went back to class and acted like everything was normal. 5 of Swords reversed, a fair fight. The Hierophant reverse. Yeah, he was following a plan. A new method of studying a new method of studying his own mind on a deeper level in a new mode. It's like when you're in a video game and you get into like a new stage and it's like you unlock this new reality. That's kind of what it was. It was like, okay, learning how to operate his brain now, having the firsthand knowledge of what had happened. Brian went back to class and acted like everything was normal. Oh, we just said that one. There was someone in the house before Brian entered, but that someone was welcomed or was supposed to be there, possibly getting drugs. 6 of Cups reversed. Page of Cups. 6 of Cups reversed. Someone younger. Definitely someone younger. Oh, someone very immature. That could be it. Someone very immature. And a very immature... Oh. Hold on. Queen of Pentacles. In my other reading, I said there's a female who is gathering information and passing it on to the link. A female who can't be trusted, who couldn't be trusted by the 4, but presented as a friend, but there is some kind of connection there. She's very immature and she's passing information onto the link. That person was in the house that night. I don't know if that person was in the house tonight. The person who was gathering information and passing it on, invading the privacy of Maddie and Kaylee, maybe Xana too, I'm not sure. That person was in the house that night. That's what we're getting here. But that someone was welcomed. So the Queen of Pentacles coming out here is very key because this is the card that's been representing the link. So, okay. Feminine energy connecting all of the pieces. Deeply wounded inner child. Oh my God. Likely the parents didn't get along. So I'm saying the feminine energy. So we just had the one before that and we ended up getting this. And now the next line is actually about this person. Feminine energy connecting all of the pieces. Deeply wounded inner child. it's likely that her parents didn't get along, at least behind closed doors. So how does that connect to the Hermit reverse? The King of Swords. Oh, that's who left the door open. It wasn't one of the roommates. That female that was passing along information is the one who left the door open. She paved the way for him to come in. She felt like they thought they were better than her. As in the Idaho 4. And connect it to the link, yeah. I don't know if she necessarily knew why she was leaving it open, but she was in the house that night and she left the door open. Which would make sense, because if you are one of the surviving roommates and you know that you locked the door, and then you hear the door open, you would think, okay, that's someone who has the code to the door. Especially if you're on a psychedelic. I mean, you're not gonna... Okay. Oh, so the next line is, in quotes, "It is something only Dylan knows that she is not being upfront about." Oh. Huh. So the High Priestess just went all the way across the room on the floor in reverse, and the Hangman. Let me go get that. So both of these cards, when they're like this, because one's upright and one's reversed, they have the same, you know, shape. It's like, I don't know if Dylan necessarily knew at the time how the door became unlocked, but I do think she knows now. And I think it has everything to do with that same female who was passing on information. The Hangman is a sacrifice. And then the High Priestess in reverse is like not being in touch with your intuition. It's making me feel like, and I'm going to pull a card to confirm, it's making me feel like Dylan didn't know how the door was unlocked at that time, but she knows now. And I think that she knows that there's not really too much that she can do about it, due to what she would be up against if she said something about how the door became unlocked. 8 of Swords, self-imposed prison of thoughts. Stuck in your own thoughts. Okay. Next we have, there's an indirect connection between Bethany and Brian. Getting something from the same source. Brian is closer than Bethany to this source. 6 of Swords reversed, so going back to a bad situation. And 3 of Cups reversed, a third-party situation. Yeah, so they both get something from the same source. Going back to a bad situation, representing how Brian previously had substance problems going back to it. There was a period of time where he had gone past it and then is going back. And then the third party situation would be representing how I'd said there's an indirect connection between Bethany and Brian. And then the next line is, police have found stuff in Brian's apartment or car that will help, but not exactly what they were hoping for or looking for. Four of Swords reversed. It's like exhausting all options. Five of Wands. I feel like they really thought that they were going to find the knife. And I think that when they didn't find the knife, it made them realize that this was probably a lot more intricately planned. I also think that what they did find was some kind of connection between Brian and someone that they didn't expect to find. I think that that is something that they did find, although they didn't find what they originally hoped, but it still gave them more pieces of the puzzle, but not ones that they wanted to share because they're not looking to take other people down for what Brian did. Hannah's death is directly connected to the underlying and surrounding factors in the Idaho case. Different branches of the same tree. The Tower and the Wheel of Fortune. Hannah's death is directly connected to the underlying factors. I said different branches of the same tree, and this is like a tree stump, but broken off, kind of. Yeah, it's like when you get involved or when you get associated with someone who's involved in this organization, you better make sure that you don't find out something you're not supposed to, because they don't like that. And it doesn't matter who this wheel needs to roll over, but they are not letting it all crumble down. So, word of advice, probably stay away. There's some kind of connection that Brian has, and that is what was dangerous for the public to know. Some kind of document. Ten of Swords reversed, a recovery. So something they recovered. Oh, Ten of Swords reversed could be something that he deleted that they were able to bring back up on his computer. Yeah. Four of Cups reversed. It's almost like if you delete something, but don't delete it all the way, because it's like, if they come here to search this, then it doesn't really matter because it's already bad. If they're here searching, okay, then whatever, they can have it. So it's like kind of deleted, but not deleted all the way. Like they found something like that. Like maybe it was just hidden, but it was something connecting him to someone else that they did not expect the connection between. There is someone at Sigma Chi that Brian could trust in some way that knew Ethan and Xana. Nine of Cups. So somebody getting Two of Wands. Somebody made a choice and decided that they wanted to get some kind of reward. Ethan was in some kind of disagreement with people at Sigma Chi that night. Interesting. Queen of Swords. We had the Ace of Swords about speaking the truth. Ethan was in some kind of disagreement. Magician reversed. Communication. And Knight of Swords reversed. Like a forceful, pushy energy. The Magician reversed is deception. Queen of Swords, though. It's almost like there's a female who went and started a fight between the males. Like, went over and was like, oh, he said this, or I saw him do that. Something like that. Like, it was a female who went and picked a fight between Ethan and another party. But there was some kind of deception involved. Like, she was doing it for a reason. Like, it wasn't just out of boredom, I guess. Two of Swords reversed, about making a move. That's like waiting for your cue. Like, okay, now. Huh. Waiting for your cue. It's like somebody was... It had something to do with him leaving, or when he was supposed to be leaving, how quickly he was leaving. It had something to do with that. There was some kind of fight started by another party. King of Wands reverse. The King of Wands reverse is like a feeling of powerlessness. So like, the people who picked a fight with him were not the ones who wanted to fight with him. Like, they were egged on by this Queen of Swords. And she's holding the bird on the plate. It's like, here you go, like waiting for things to take flight. What's the next one? Okay, so then we got the Knight of Swords reversed, which was, oh, wow. Huh. Knight of Swords reversed, someone owes someone a debt, has no other choice other than to pay up. And then I have in parentheses, look out with a question mark. And then we got a card that said rider. And then I said that this person was willfully blind. That's the person that fought with him. So they were willfully blind. They knew something's not right here, not really passing the smell test, but I'm going to do it anyway because I owe a debt. I have no other choice than to pay up. And I said, look out. And then we got the rider card. So it's like trying to get him to leave. Pick a fight with him to get him to leave the party. Three of Wands reversed. A delay. A delay. That's the point, is the delay. Somebody picks a fight, tries to get him to leave. He leaves. Everyone, or not everyone, but whoever says, okay, he left, he's going home. And him and Xana stopped and sat on a park bench before they went home. That's our delay. An unexpected delay. And it caused the whole plan to go wrong because they didn't go straight home. Oh, interesting. So the next line is, killer's original plans fell apart due to some delay caused from the lovers, Ethan and Xana. The Empress. The caretaker, yeah. Xana was taking care of Ethan. I feel like Ethan was like not feeling well. 7 of Pentacles. Thinking ahead, planning. I feel like he wasn't feeling well and she was like, let's just take a couple minutes. Let's just sit here. Let's talk. It's almost like he was having a bad trip. Oh. I wonder if that's what it was. Maybe instead of him getting sick, maybe it was some kind of bad trip. I don't know. It's one or the other, I believe. Anyway. Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles is also patience. So it's like he wasn't feeling well or was having something was happening, and Xana was like, let's not rush. Let's just sit down on this bench. And that caused the delay because the plan was already in motion because this person got the other people to fight with him, but then they thought they were going home, but then there was some kind of delay because Xana was taking care of Ethan. Something was going on. So the next one is, Brian has info on people that they don't know he has, specifically Dylan. And it says this won't come out right in the beginning of trial. Dylan, Brian has info. King of Pentacles reversed. Justice reversed. Somebody gave him info on Dylan. This is like, I need to know about this. Here's money. Get all the info on this that you can. That's what this is. Oh, why? Oh, okay. That was quick. 10 of Wands and the Star. Oh my gosh. Oh no, my eyes are watery. He left her alive on purpose because something about her specifically he's going to use for reasonable doubt. Because he already knew who she was going in. He had info on her that probably something about some kind of substance use, but he knew something about her that would make her a good person to be a surviving witness. Something that he got from somebody else. Which honestly, I don't know what else it would be besides the use of some kind of substance that would alter your perception of things. It could be something else. I can't think of what else it could be, but it could be something else. it's possible that that person that was passing on information, the immature female, maybe knew, maybe knew when it was typical for people to be in that altered state of mind. Or maybe passed along the information when she found out that they would be not all the way coherent. There's something about the passing on of some kind of schedule or some kind of routine. If it wasn't a schedule or routine, then it was just passing along information when the information was received. Okay. Purposeful conflict of interest being set up to be used at the right time. Five of Cups. Judgment in reverse. And the Emperor. So the Five of Cups is like a failure. So it's like, I said it's a purposeful conflict of interest being set up to be used at the right time. And the first card we get is about a failure. Not something not working out the way it is intended. For example, a purposeful conflict of interest being set up to be used at the right time. So, and then we have Judgment in reverse, which is like, honestly, what it's saying to me is that like the public should see this coming a mile away. It's Judgment in reverse here is almost saying to me, it should be obvious that there's going to be a conflict of interest. Like, how can there not be? Looking at this now before the case or before the trial even starts, but before things start to potentially get like nasty and hard and difficult, before that, it already looks like a conflict of interest. It already looks like there's going to be ethical concerns. Judgment reverse, especially in between Five of Cups and the Emperor here, is saying to me, it's so glaringly obvious that there's going to be an ethical conflict here. And then we have the Emperor, which is making me feel like it's going to eventually be a man who steps in and is taking the place of his current female lawyer. I'm hearing over and over, he plays dirty. He plays dirty. He plays dirty. Oh, the Fool. Yeah, it's like someone who maybe is like a newer to being certified in death penalty cases or something like that. Like, isn't either that or just someone who has a very unique way of going about a defense strategy. But there's going to be at some point some kind of either a switch in counsel or maybe like an addition to counsel, like where that masculine energy would step up and play some kind of important role in his defense team. Although I am feeling like it's a switch. I'm feeling like there's going to be a Oh, like a glaringly obvious ethical concern that cannot otherwise be ignored by the public, and it'll put them into a corner where they have to make some kind of change of counsel. I wonder if that's him representing himself. I feel like that would be a stretch, but Eight of Cups. No. No. I don't think that's very likely. Then we have someone was trying to calm the girls, and by the girls I mean Dylan and Bethany, down 30 minutes prior to the 911 call. Five of Pentacles, recovering a financial debt. So someone was trying to calm the girls down 30 minutes before the 911 call. Someone who was going in there to make sure that they did not lose out on money by having something taken, is what I'm saying. Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah, someone was trying to calm the girls down. So the Ace of Cups would say that there was calming down that was needed. So there was some kind of reaction, freak out, something, and someone besides the girls was there saying, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, this is what you got to do. There is some element of, interesting this comes out here. There is some element of people moving or something similar involved here. This is what Maddie wanted to talk about with someone. The girls were up against something much too big for them to handle on their own. So some element of people moving. Seven of Swords. Ace of Pentacles reversed. So we had someone's trying to calm the girls down 30 minutes prior to the 911 call, recovering finances, didn't want to lose money, didn't want to have things taken away. There was an outpour of emotions that was like, there, it's okay. Or like, if it wasn't emotions, it was like anxiousness, something, whatever their reaction was. And then we have some element of people moving that came out right after that, and we have a betrayal and a strategy, and Ace of Pentacles reverse, which is about a lost opportunity. They may have removed drugs from the house, maybe, probably. But there was some kind of information in the house that they needed out of that house. It's not like somebody was going in with bags and bags and taking bags of drugs out. They had to go in and clear that house of certain information. I don't know if that was maybe on the victim's phones. I know this sounds a little morbid, but maybe they had to go through the victim's phones and make sure that there wasn't certain information on them, knowing that they were going to be searched by police. And if there was like a face lock or something, they would have to do that before, before police got there. So I feel like there is people that went in the house to clean up. I think that the main focus of that was to clean up information and make sure that there wasn't certain things left behind that could lead the investigation in a certain way. And then this is the last one in North. I'm going to break this up into like a video for each one of them so I can get them out quicker. So the last one in North is, there is one person who didn't commit the murders, but who is almost just as guilty as the person who did. And I said earlier that he was going to try and get someone else that didn't commit the murders to be responsible. Four of Pentacles, holding something close to the chest, waiting for the right time. Yeah, it's information. There's some kind of information that's yet to come out. Knight of Pentacles, not moving fast, slow and steady, being practical, waiting for the right time to divulge some kind of information. All right, so I'm just gonna pull a couple from each side to wrap this up. And then I'm gonna do South either later today or tomorrow. Inside, but it's in reverse and it's like a tunnel. Aliens in reverse, but this is the card that was representing Brian and his dad on the cross-country trip. Poison and drugs in reverse. Inside, car, poison, drugs. Fraud with money. Hotel, motel in reverse. Colts in reverse. I think there was something in the car as they were crossing the country. I do think it was disposed of at some point. I do think that there was money exchanging hands on this trip that has something to do with how the defense is setting up their strategy now. That's what those cards say to me. And this one, I feel like should be kind of obvious by now. I don't think that that's the exact right word, but I think you get the general gist. Yes. Breakup in reverse. Couple upright. Mental health. Body double deep fake. And road in reverse. Yeah, I think that this is saying it's not, the conversation with Adam was not anything to do with a breakup. I do think that the killer had someone that was around the victims that night that was passing information. I do think that that person or another person is who was driving the car or moving the car, and then Brian drove it away after the murders, allegedly, my opinion. Mental health, this is actually making me think of the visual snow impairment that Brian has. And coming out next to this card in reverse and then this card as well, it's making me think that it was very difficult for Brian or it would have been very difficult for Brian to drive on that much adrenaline after doing that. I feel like that plays some kind of role in the route that he took. I don't know if maybe there's less street lights that way or less traffic. Maybe it's just that it's not through a city or something. I don't know, but it almost seems like his visual impairment was factored in previously to the route of travel. And I think that that is important because I believe that whoever drove his car to drop it off, he then dropped that person off. And I think that the route of travel was pre-planned so that he did not, after dropping that person off, get stuck due to that visual snow, which would have been increased with the adrenaline rush from what had happened. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to pull a couple cards about what I just said. The Star in reverse. So yeah, losing your way, not being able to follow a path. Five of Wands reverse, conflict avoidance. So trying to make sure that you're covering your basis and planning for, okay, if I am having trouble driving after I drop this person off, what is my best route of travel that I can still do whatever needs to get done and make it to my destination. That's what I'm getting there. I'm going to again move on to South, which is a little shorter, so maybe I'll try to do 2 either later today, more than likely tomorrow, but I will have the next one up as soon as possible. Talk to you guys soon.